We are recording.
Okay, so let's talk about last time. What did y'all do?
Get into a fight.
Walked around,
You're not
out.
technically wrong about that.
We found the camp. We found the camp. We ended up being able to get past the outer ring with Adder leading the way. Before that, Soot and Adder had a conversation, I guess. We all kind of talked about strategy and stuff like that before we left. And then we went to the camp. We were able to find it, leave the outer ring bit with little to no trouble. We got ourselves into combat. A bunch of people got into the tent and got the jump on the two people in the tent, which were Masked Guy and... what was his name? Kyrus? Or not Kyrus, Finn, yes. So they were beating the hell up on them, but a couple people got by the mask power, which were Adder and, Cal and... who else?
Aya.
Aya, okay. I thought it was either Aya or Skylar, and I couldn't remember. Fern ended up closing the tent flap, so that was cool. And convincing the people that were kind of, like, getting worried about all the weird shouting and stuff like that, like, what's going on there? Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Nothing to see here. And I think that's it? What else did we have, guys?
No, that's pretty solid.
Okay.
Yeah. So, just sort of... I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the overview. So, you guys are currently, let's establish a couple things. Inside... No, we'll start with outside the tent. Outside the tent, we have Soot off to the side, not really being noticed by the others in the camp. Mm-hmm. You have Fern in front of the tent flap, near the fire pit, very much being noticed by all the very friendly people who had been sitting around near the fire having conversations, coming out of tents, etc. The tent flap is closed. Inside the tent, according to Victor and Skylar, there is one rogue with a very nasty blade, as well as a motherfucker in a mask who keeps trying to say that he understands what it looks like, but please, let's talk this out. Come on, please, we can figure this out. I promise we don't have to fight. Arguing to stop the fighting. But that's the motherfucker in the mask, according to Victor and Skylar. According to Cal and Aya, there is one deadly rogue with a very, very nasty blade in this tent. And then next to him, holding out his hands, trying to stop the fighting, is a young man, blondish, shoulder-length hair, who is scared and almost desperate and asking you, please, please, we don't have to fight. Please, let's not do this. We don't have to do this. I'm so sorry. Can we work this out, please? And this being the case, it's Aya's turn. You're sort of backed up against the wall of the tent. Behind you, you have Cal and Skylar on your sides, and right in front of you is this young man who looks terrified. and has no weapons.
I'm gonna PM you a question very quickly, PK.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, 2 questions.
Go for it.
Guys, I wasn't paying attention and I got ink on my cream white shirt.
Oh no!
It happens to be one of the Tebow shirts. I'm gonna cry. Be right back. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna be right back. I'm here. But I'm sad.
The second question is less so important, but it's, me making sure that this isn't like this motherfucker appears differently to different people.
And in regards to your first question, I should clarify on the second question, so let me finish typing that. No, you got a 14. Okay, never mind. I stand by my answer. But in regards to the first question, can you clarify a little bit what you're asking there, or phrase it in a different way? You do know that that is a fact, yes. However,
Okay.
That's not really a relevant fact. I do not register this
person as the masked person who's the motherfucker who's doing this.
Yes, that doesn't seem like a relevant fact because this is not that guy.
Yes, it is not that guy, but it is a guy who might know something about why that guy is fucking kidnapping people. That's where this is going, is figuring out if she can still acknowledge that the person in the mask is fucking kidnapping people.
Okay. Yes. Everything, let me be very clear. Everything you know about the man in the mask is still true. You know everything you already knew about the man in the mask. I no longer
know that this man is the man in the mask.
Exactly. This is not that guy.
Okay.
The man in the mask has done all these things, you know all these things. About that guy's not here. That guy is not relevant.
Cool. Now, Aya basically would not be able to move at this point because she's kind of hemmed in by Skylar and Cal.
She could squeeze out of the tent if she wanted to squish past Cal, if she wanted to leave the tent entirely, but otherwise you're pretty penned in. You can't get further into the tent, really.
Okay. So I think she is just going to... She doesn't want to attack this dude. This dude's just a fucking scared dude. This is just... Even if it rankles at me, but it's fine.
Don't know what to tell you.
It's not the guy.
Why? So I think she just kind of... Still keeping the fan up, but hold on, it slightly shifts. It's a little bit more defensive, and it is also some of that using it as a... Do you know why he's stealing people? And as action, I'm looking up the fucking full round actions for a second. Fuck's sake. I remember that there is some kind of a full round action you can do in battle that is, like total defense or something.
Yes.
But I don't remember exactly how it works, so I'm trying to look it up.
Total defense is when... Total defense is a standard action, and you get a +4 bonus to your AC for the next round.
Okay, so I think that is what she'll go with for this, because she can't get to the actual threat, but she's still like, we are in an area that we know is at least somewhat hostile, so if someone else comes through, I would like to not be.
And in response to your question, Aya, he says... What does he say? You asked, do you know why he's stealing people?
Yes.
He looks at you and says, I don't know. Can we please put the weapons down? Everyone, please? And that's all he says to you.
Yeah.
It is now Skylar's turn. Skylar, is going to make an attack because Skylar doesn't want to put the weapons down.
Snacka.
Does not hit, however.
Skylar!
Skylar plus.
Anything else they can do? They have shield going, they've used their... Yeah, okay. Could they... Okay, no, that's different. Yeah, alright, that's what, for the sake of this, that's just what Scout's gonna do, because I don't know how investigators work currently. But, it's Soot's turn.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, we know that shit's going down. Soot's gonna get himself round this way, crossbow in hand, and he's going to take, with his other hand, draw the knife from his thigh holster, or technically what's tucked inside of his boot thing, and he's going to try and cut a slash through to see if he can see through the tent.
Okay. Make a... Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna be able to cut through either way, but make just an attack roll with that knife to see if...
I make a big enough hole?
No, if I'm gonna give it to you as a swift action or a standard action.
Gotcha. Okay, come on, Soot. Actually, yeah, no, I'll use the liquid core. Come on. Do it. Be cool. Do I add anything to that?
Whatever you would add for an attack with your dagger, so...
I don't think I add... Or, no, I'd add like a plus one, because my... Oh, dex? You add that with...
To the attack roll.
Oh.
Because I gave everybody free weapon finesse, remember?
Oh, I didn't... Sorry. That would mean that I would add... Oh, that's right. Just the attack bonus. That's
base
fine.
Attack bonus if you have it?
Yes, I do. So that would be a +4, so that's a 14?
14. Yeah, okay, I'll let you have it as a swift action. So now you have a
Yes!
hole in the tent. Let me make a hole in the tent. Let me draw a fucking tent
As
hole.
a suit prize.
Tent hole. Slash.
So I think as you look through over the masked man's shoulder, you see fucking probably the first time Victor looks like she's glad to fucking see your goddamn face.
Yep, there's a slight tip of the hat head, and he whips up the crossbow, and he's going to take a shot.
Alright, make your attack.
I can only do... Let me see, what's the damage? I have to do it with one hand. Let me check real quick. Because I used the knife. There's something... Oh no, damn it, I clicked the wrong button.
Just like Frisk Undertale.
A -2 penalty, I think, with the one hand. So that sucks a little bit, but that's okay. That just makes it a +2 to hit. Oh, that's a 10 plus 2. Does a 12 hit?
Fuck, Soot.
It does not.
Wait,
It does not.
would my sneaking do anything?
Well,
Because I was hidden for a while there. Unless my cutting gave it away.
make me a retroactive stealth check real quick to see if you caught him flat-footed.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's really good. Do I add anything to it?
Your stealth
Your
bonus?
stealth mod.
Oh, it's just stealth. Okay, sorry. I'm a little bit. That's a +3 for a dirty 20.
Yeah, okay. Fuck it. You've caught him flat-footed, and even though you normally would have beefed that shot completely, because he was turning to talk to Aya, you clip him in the shoulder, and what's your damage?
Well, there's a lot. That's my damage, but it's a D8, I think. Hold on. I gotta check if it changes when I do it one hand. No, it does not. It's just a D8.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah.
Oh, is that?
No, carry on.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my D8. That's a 7 points of damage!
Okay. Alright. Say anything? Any quippy little one-liners, or,
Soot just goes... just like a whistle. Just cause, like,
Alright.
Adder's right there, he'd know.
Yeah. Alright. Adder is right here. Adder... Okay.
Addershank Finn?
He can't, he's mind-controlled,
Adder needs to decide whether or not
I think.
he's listening to the put your weapons down guy or the
Yeah.
very threatening, stabby man. So I'm gonna roll him another will save to see how much he is able to control his perceptions within the effects. Okay. Adder
Nice.
is going to... Alright. Adder, almost as if he tilts his head a little bit when he hears the whistle. And then turns it towards Soot and people on the other side of him, so mostly Victor at this point. You see him tilt his head towards the whistle, and then Finn makes a breath or sound of exertion, and Adder whips back towards him and digs his rapier into his ribs, doing 13 points of damage and nearly bringing him to his knees.
God bless.
It is now Victor's turn.
Can Masked Man make me a fucking wisdom saving throw? Or a will saving throw, please?
God, he sure fucking can. Okay. Alright, boys.
15.
What are you trying to do to him?
Inflict light wounds. My best fucking option. It will do damage no matter what.
Let's go.
Okay. That is a 16. You said your DC was 15?
Yeah, so he succeeds, but he's still gonna take half damage.
Okay.
That's going to be... Woohoo! That's gonna be 5 damage. I rolled max.
Okay. He's doing well. Sure. It's Cal's turn. Cal is also going to make another wisdom save to see if they are able to continue attacking Finn. Where is... They're making bonus. Okay, they're gonna be able to do it.
Nice.
Because that's actually a 19 with their current modifiers.
Mm-mm.
So, close? Yeah. Oh my god!
Fuck him up.
Christ, Cal. Masked Man death moments?
They're not attacking the masked man, they're attacking Finn.
Oh, right, because mind control. I'm sorry.
I am going to... Yeah, I'm gonna roll their second attack, but unless it's ass...
Oh my god!
Yeah, okay. Fuck it. Sure. Alright.
Oh my god.
So, this man gets just a brutal stab through his chest from Adder, and then as he's basically being shoved off of Adder's blade, he falls back into Cal, who reaches around and claws him once, twice, and shoves him to the floor. And yeah, that's probably a dead guy.
Nice!
So, never mind. It's the Masked Man's turn. Those of you under the effects of the mask see on the scared man's face a look of utter despair when Finn falls. And he raises his hands once more. As if about to plead again. And then he vanishes from sight.
Shit.
There's some sort of, like, spellcasting attack of opportunity rules, right?
That is true, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me see attack of opportunity rolls real quick.
Provoking attack of opportunity.
Actions. Let me check here. Cast a spell, standard action at casting time. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take a swing.
Alright.
Come on, get him down.
I will say that because you are taking this, I should have been able to get an attack of opportunity on you from the rogue.
Yes.
I'm not going to do it right now.
For future
But from
sake.
here on out, everybody's provoking them.
That's okay.
Okay.
Make your roll.
Okay, that is going
And
to...
can Skylar take an
Skylar?
opportunity attack as well?
They can, yeah.
That's going to be a
sorry.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Bring him down.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. That is exactly what you needed.
Yo!
Oh.
Yes! We took him
Victor
out.
just... She sees him go to cast, probably in, like, actual real motion. And ready to, like, already fucking, like, not trusting him when he does shit, just grab one arm and just pull and put the knife directly into the juncture of where his throat and his shoulder meet.
All right. And for a moment, Aya, you feel this surge of horror because this was somebody who was scared and desperate and maybe trying to retreat, trying to stop this combat, and then there is a knife in his throat and he's falling to the ground dead. And you look over at Victor, who just did this, and you can't quite believe it. And then you look back at the body of the man in the mask on the ground, and you realize what has been happening.
Victor is stepping back into the corner of this tent, watching everyone so carefully, knife still raised.
Are we still counted as an initiative?
We are, as of right now, going to call that we are out of initiative. So we'll deal with Aftermath in the tent first, and then out of the tent next.
Oh, we're doing.
Aya's gonna kick the fucking corpse.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. I think you deserve that
Possibly
one.
kick it, in the mask.
Hey, what happened to the mask? Did it stay on his face or did it fall off?
The mask is currently still there.
What's it like outside the tent?
Outside the tent is a little bit interesting.
Oh god.
Oh, people are gonna start waking up. Oh no.
Outside the tent is a little bit interesting. The young lady who'd been speaking to you, Fern, she looks like she's maybe 14. She'd just been asking you if everything was alright in there, and then she sort of stops, and she tilts her head at you. And she looks back at the tent. And then at you again.
Is everything alright?
I'm so sorry. I don't... And looking around, Fern, you can see some people... There are 4 people visible to you easily from your current position. 2 of them, the ones over on the left of the map, are sort of clutching their heads and bending forward. The one coming out of the mouth of the tent has sort of stumbled and is gripping to the tent for support and is looking around and looks confused, scared. absolutely no clue what's going on, clearly.
Can I open the tent?
You absolutely may.
I do.
It's I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bloody in there.
It's quiet now.
Well, okay. I'm not throwing I'm like peeking in there. I'm not, like, I'm making sure no one else can see inside.
Okay. Peeking in, you see Cal sort of slumping as their blood rage fades and a wave of exhaustion hits them. You see Aya having just kicked something. You see Adder leaning up against the wall of the tent, almost bracing himself on his cane. And you see 2 corpses on the ground from where you're at.
And a hole with Soot's head poking through and a crossbow.
You do see a hole with Soot's head poking through as well, yes.
Can I just get the mother of all, like, sense motives? Like, what's the vibe?
Is
Yeah, go ahead
everybody
and make a
chill
sense
now?
motive.
Okay. Uh, 14.
14. There was an immediate shift. The moment the people who had been clearly affected looked at the corpse and saw it after he fell, there was an immediate shift in their demeanor.
Okay.
That to you indicates, okay, they've at least snapped out of it in some type of a way.
It is not that Victor relaxes. That's not the word he would use. But more just kind of like the blade sort of comes down and she goes, right. Everyone back to their fucking senses.
Aya just gives a terse little nod. Like, she is... She looks like she's expecting the body to get back up and start pulling some bullshit.
Cal answers in the affirmative, and Adder just, yes, fine now.
Good.
There's definitely a breath out of her that sounds like, again, not of relief, but kind of with still an undercurrent of a growl, and she is just going to spin and turn and push her way out of the tent.
Right.
Fern, you probably get a little bit of a weird look, and then she is just round the back and is gonna start fucking just walk off in this direction for a bit. Bye!
Sit watches her go a little bit confused, but, you know.
The girl next to you, Fern, reaches and grabs your sleeve and says, I'm so sorry. I don't know where I am.
Oh no.
Could you please explain what's going on?
Oh no.
This is a child.
Sorry. I don't... My brain is blank. God.
You can just give, like, the vibes of what you're trying to convey.
Well, Fern is going to let the tent flap close.
Okay.
Because this is a child. And just... Oh, God. that they don't prepare for this in social situation school.
Fern went to social situation school?
Yes. Yes, they did.
It was their
That's an
extracurriculars.
Well, it's a metaphor, but basically, well, can Fern describe, like, where are we?
You can give a geographical location with some relevant landmarks and how far north you are and what road you're on, or just off of, rather, for sure. If that's what you want to do.
I'll give, like, off what road we are.
Okay.
That. Oh god, I don't know what information to give is the thing.
You notice the other few closest to you are listening to this.
Okay, we're off the road. Should I just tell them that about the powers? The magic?
Maybe we should gather everybody together so we don't have to do it 15 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a camp breakdown.
So I will. Yeah. So I will. Like what road we're off, and that there was an incident, and it will be easiest to explain the full details when everyone is together, and that, like, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
It's gonna be okay.
She looks a little bit reassured. She looks around at the other people around, and there is sort of faint recognition there, but not, like... It seems clear to you, Fern, immediately that nobody here is this child's parent. And she's still hanging onto your sleeve.
Okay. Well, now why do I keep getting children attached to me?
You attract teenagers, I guess.
First, Ophaniel. Okay. I've acquired a child. Cool.
No. So it's just gonna keep an eye on.
To head out and start doing people wrangling. At least in as much as, hey, get in so that we can get closer in, not into the tent, so that we can explain what's up, or more accurately, so that someone else can explain what's up.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Soot does want to check the two fuckers that are dead. However, he is wanting to keep an eye on where Victor is, just in case something happens.
Yeah.
There is power walking into the tree line at least a good 15-20 feet. She does not want to be witnessed at the moment.
Okay. He just watches you go for a moment. It makes sure nobody, like, in his sight range right now goes and fucking jumps you or whatever, but other than that, he'll let you cool the fuck off, and do what you need to do. Probably poke at these people inside the tent with a stick, see what's up.
Yeah, that's a corpse.
Dig around in some pockets to see if they have anything of value.
Are you entering the tent, or are you leaning through the hole you cut in the tent?
Can I go through the hole I cut? Is it big enough?
It's not gonna be super dignified, but yeah.
Sure, I'll just wiggle through the fucking hole.
Alright.
I'll take my
wiggle into
hat
the
off
tent.
first and put it through the hole first so I can get through easier.
Alright, hat comes through the hole, so it comes through the hole.
Yep, hat first.
Hat first. Which body are you looking at first?
Well, I'm closest to Mask Man, I think, right?
Yeah.
And I should probably check that guy. I'm gonna make sure I don't fucking touch the stupid mask. I'm keeping my staff between me and the mask at all times.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, I'm so good at those. The max I can roll is a 19. Ooh. Yeah! Oh, that's really cocked. I just rolled it on top of all of my dice. Hold on.
Incredible.
You won't fucking believe it.
You get a 19.
I rolled a natural 20 for a 19.
For a 19, yeah.
Yeah. Love it. God bless Sid and his fucking awful wisdom.
Yeah, so you have, with a 19, what strikes you about this man is the complete lack of stuff.
Hmm.
His clothes don't even really seem like armor. He doesn't have anything in his pockets, no potions, no spell components, no weapons, no trail rations, no water skin on his belt.
I think the more that Sit notices this stuff, the more disturbed his expression gets. I don't... That's fucking weird, actually. This guy has nothing. I mean, maybe he's got some stuff stashed around places. Usually somebody that's active and out and about has at least a water skin on their person. Did this guy not need to eat? Or drink or anything?
Going to roll a perception check for Skylar for the other guy.
Go for it. Skylar's much better at this than me. There we go.
Did I use the right modifier there? Yes, I did. Yeah. So the first thing they pull off this man is a long, ugly-looking blade that is covered in their blood at the moment. Also, Skylar looks like ass right now.
Yeah.
And they don't have any potions. But they take that blade, and it seems like they've decided that is theirs now. From this guy, almost as if to confirm your hypothesis, that they pull off a belt that has clearly a water skin, some other pouches, one that's a wallet, maybe one that has some rations or snacks in it. The wallet has, I will pop in channel. I'll just type it in here. You guys can decide how to do it. The wallet has 36 gold pieces in it.
What a haul.
What a haul. That's all you get. That is absolutely all you get. You get the wallet, you get bonus water skin, you get the blade, you get studded leather armor,
Nice.
you get a set of what look like presumably thieves' tools, kind of battered down, kind of, not like subpar thieves' tools, but like, they're not blended thieves' tools. They're just fine. They're like probably secondhand. You also get a potion of some sort, unidentified potion. In fact, you get 2 unidentified potions that are clearly different.
Ooh, I will take a look at those at some point if need be.
Alright. So mark them down as unknown potion 1 and unknown potion 2.
Okay. If y'all are okay with me grabbing those.
You're the boy there, yeah.
It's also probably good you grabbed them because regrettably my brain did autofill the idea of putting them in the inventory as dubious juice.
They are dubious juice. That's... Sorry, I was gonna say that's another one of Julius's nicknames.
No, not dubious juice.
I'm sorry.
What the
They don't call him Julius the Dubious Juice Julius for nothing.
The dubious juice Julius.
They call him the juiciest Julius.
No!
They do call him the juiciest Julius. This is so true.
They shouldn't.
And yet they do.
They do. You can't stop them from doing it, Ren.
Well.
Demi started it.
Yes.
You also get a wooden stick that Skylar takes one look at and says, "Oh, that's a smoke stick." Which means something to Skylar, maybe not to you. I assume if you'd like, they would explain it, and so I will tell you that that is what that is.
Gotcha.
I love the energy of picking up stick, Skylar going, "Oh, that's a smoke stick," and then like 10 seconds of them looking at each other.
Yeah, which is probably exactly what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sits crouched next to the body with Skylar, and he's like, just looks at her for a moment when she says it's a smoke stick. Does it look like a pipe of any sort that I know of?
No, it's just a fucking stick.
He just looks confused.
And then Skylar would explain that it makes smoke, kind of like a fog cloud spell.
Probably a good thing you didn't use that in the tent then. That would have kind of sucked for all of us. Probably could have gotten away
I'm
too.
included.
Well, I know, but that could have. Oh, you're not here.
I'm not there. Sorry.
It's okay. My brain immediately went soot voice there. I was mostly thinking he could have triggered it to get away.
When you said that would suck for all of us, Adder did pipe up like, probably not for me.
Maybe not, but you know, extra hands to stop him.
Well, clearly we stopped him plenty well.
Oh yes, no, he's very dead now. Which was very impressive, actually. I see you weren't lying when you said that you were very good.
Adder turns bright red. Just instantly. And kinda, he's being normal. He turns to face the wall of the tent like a normal person does.
Soot is grinning. He's grinning very wide, and he is enjoying being a little shit.
He's enjoying bullying the boyfriend a little bit.
The not boyfriend, yes. So normal. Both of them are so normal.
So you said you weren't touching the mask with your bare hands. Do
No.
you poke it at all? Sorry, one sec.
Okay. My thought was to poke it with the stick, but I don't know if I should do that.
Poke it with a stick.
Stick poking.
I'm gonna
Okay.
poke it with the end of my staff. Just Sid is very much preparing himself to attack whatever happens.
Alright. Poke with the staff. This is kind of a weird question. How firmly are you doing this action?
Firmly grasping.
Oh no.
No.
I don't know what I want to do.
You're
That's
gonna
an
get
innocent
cursed.
question.
It has bad
Understood.
implications.
Yeah.
It has really bad implications.
Guys, we're gonna lose Seth.
It's alright.
I'm just asking how firmly he's poking the man's mask.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll an intelligence check or a wisdom save for him, see if he does any.
It's
okay.
Okay, out of character, genuinely, this is not a "are you gonna get cursed or not" question. It is how I'm narrating what happens next.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I was just wondering
Okay.
if he wants
I
to.
am imagining it collapsing like
Well, if you hold on a
Something.
second.
Yeah, just a minute. I'm thinking that, you know, when you try to like, I'm trying to imagine how to explain how he does it, because like, if you've ever messed with a fire, like a fire poker in a fire before, like that kind of like you're moving around firewood kind of like thing, because you're not like putting all of your weight into it or anything, but like you are definitely like moving shit around. That's kind of the firmness that he's doing here.
Okay. Good firmness. And it's an interesting choice that you made to use the sort of fire poker analogy or metaphor
God.
there. Because as you're sort of poking it with the end of the staff, the mask itself sort of dislodges and flips over
Oh fuck.
off this man's face. Or no,
There's no fucking
Not-
face.
not this man's face. Because whatever you just poked, the mask moved, and the whatever was beneath it just sort of crumbles inward, like if you had poked a set of ashy coals in the fire and they weren't holding together and just split apart.
Oh.
And there is nothing under there.
So it goes instantly
There's-
green.
There's nothing under there. There isn't anything there. You were just poking
Fern was
something,
right.
Mhm.
and it crumbled. And you were trying to see what was happening to what must have once been a face. So when you saw that there was no face, it took you a moment to notice that there wasn't anything else either. The mask is there on the ground, face down in the dirt.
Oh, Sid looks real sick. He holds it together though, just for a moment. Oh boy. Well, man's got no face. Oh god, that's so gross. Cool.
Isn't a guy, I don't think.
Yeah, there's no man. There's the body's
there's
gone.
Just yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay.
No body. Man's gone. Alright. I thought it was just like the face and shit that kind of crumpled. I'm sorry.
No, it did feel like that, and it would make you sick because just you could almost see and you could feel under your staff the crumbling of it, and that is the worst thing I've ever felt with the end of this staff, knowing that that's a guy's face. But then when you looked to see it out of some kind of morbid curiosity, there was no body. There was no guy.
He's just not there. There's nothing.
There was
Just
no
the mask.
face. Just the mask.
Not only does this guy not have a face, he ain't got a guy.
So
the mask-
not only is there no face, there is no goddamn guy. His mask's too big for his goddamn he.
Wow. So Update. Mask made its own body. What the fuck is? Oh god, no, no, don't like that. Now let's not touch this with our bare hands, and maybe keep it away from everybody. I wonder if I could fucking burn it or something. I don't think that would help.
Was it made of wood?
Can I poke it? Does it feel like wood? With the staff, obviously.
Yeah, you give it a little tap tap. Kind of feels like wood. Wood's probably the best guess you can have.
Well, feels like wood.
Interestingly, sorry not to cut you off, but interestingly, looking at it now, whereas before you were certain there was nothing to keep the mask in place on the back of this man's head, there is a leather strap on the back of the mask now.
No. I don't like that. Well, feels like wood, but, you know, I might want to ask Fern about it, because when we talked about the mask before, Fern was, well, I think right. Unfortunately, there's no man. We were fighting a husk.
You can hear that from inside the tent.
Just a fucking husk.
What was it that you just said, PK?
Fern can hear that, what Soot is saying, because Fern is right outside the tent. And has good perception.
Is it still bloody in there?
A little, because of the other guy.
Okay. I'm gonna... 14-year-old is still attached to my sleeve, right?
Yes. Is, did Aya go out to do gathering?
Yeah. Aya's trying to get people.
Make just a general diplomacy check to see how that's going.
I'm gonna be like... Hang tight right here. I'm gonna be right back. I just need to check on what's going on in there.
Oh, okay. Let's go of your sleeve.
Okay. Fern slips into the tent.
You see one body.
Sit, poking a mask.
Alright. Vibe check on the mask.
What kind of vibe check are you trying to do? What?
Well, how does detect magic work? I don't have it prepared, never mind.
Oh, I have it. If need be.
Nah, I would also know. I will prepare it later. Okay, then, like, does it look familiar? More of like an abstract familiar, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, make a knowledge. You can make an arcana, a history, or a local.
Making a local. It's my best one.
But you could make an arcana or a history if you like, or you could cast detect magic as desired.
That's 14.
I will do both an arcana and a detect magic, I suppose, if that works, or don't need?
Yeah, go for it. Roll your arcana, Fern.
Ugh.
Yep.
This mask. How do I put this? You know, when, like, this is about to be a very specific experience, so this might not actually, elucidate what I'm trying to get across very well. You know when you go somewhere else that is not your hometown, and you drink the water there, and the water is good, but it doesn't taste like the water at home, which you know is worse, but you like your home water.
Yes.
And this is better water out here, but
Yes.
the home water, although you know it is worse both objectively in taste and like for your body and for many other things besides, you want the home water.
Yeah.
That mask is home water.
Mm.
Good. Make a fortitude.
Oh.
Fortitude?
I don't like the implications of that.
Why do I have to make a fortitude save?
Make a fortitude save.
Okay, well, my fortitude.
Oh, is it? What am I doing?
That's only a 12.
A 12. Okay. You are vomiting in this tent because you flick on your detect magic and you are basically punched in the stomach with a nauseating wave of enchantment energy, just more so than any detection that you did while the mask was on a person. It is absolutely overwhelming.
God, what a fucking mess! What a nightmare!
Would I know? Oh my god.
You watch
Just
it
having
do.
a bad time.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Would I know how to properly handle this mask?
Can you make an Arcana for me?
I can.
Alright.
I can certainly try.
Adder is going
Nope.
over to
4.
you and... Alright.
Oof.
Yeah, you know how to handle this mask. Adder is
No, I
going
don't. No, I
over to
don't.
you and just gentle pat on your back, like pull your hair out of your face, just make sure you're alright.
Oh. If he's able to get his bearings eventually, so it's just like, oh, it's too strong. Oh, God.
Adder very quietly in your ears almost just... Is it the voices or the...
No, I tried to detect some of the magic on the mask. I shouldn't have done that. Didn't really expect it to be that bad. He just kind of like thumps his head into his chest.
Adder, give him a nice hug.
Yeah.
Fern.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. Here's the thing. It's... Okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a mask.
Yeah.
And it has a strap on the back of the head indicating it is meant to be worn. And you've sort of seen what happens when somebody wears it.
Yeah.
All of this is leading you to think, okay, so don't wear the fucking thing.
Yeah. Obviously. Yes.
Obviously. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I mean, if you're not wearing it, you're not wearing it. So,
Do any
That'd
of
probably
you
be
have
fine.
an empty bag?
We do have the bag of holding.
I don't want to put it in there. That's a terrible idea. Like an independent bag? We could probably get one from somewhere.
I think I
We
have.
just...
there's almost
I wouldn't...
I'm pretty
certainly a
sure
bag to be found somewhere
I'm
in
pretty
this
sure I
camp.
have a backpack. Because that's.
I
You
just
guys
like...
can, within like 2 minutes of scrounging, can find a bag suitable for this mask to go in if you want.
Yeah. I will get
Yeah.
a bag.
Let's do that.
Because... Okay, here's the thing. Fern's not dumb enough to touch it barehanded. They rolled a 4, but they're not that dumb.
Oh, absolutely not. No, that's very fair.
They got a wisdom score. Like
They got a wisdom score, and they also have experience with shit like this. So while they're like, as long as they're like, okay, as long as you don't touch it, as long as you don't wear it, it's probably fine.
It's like handling a dangerous ore or something, you know. As long as you don't like put it in your mouth, you're fine.
Like, no, it's yeah.
You could possibly compare it to the lead water from a certain place.
It's like you don't.
What do you mean?
Don't, it's like a grenade. It's like a grenade. You don't pull the pin, nothing happens. It's fine. There's nothing wrong.
The great thing about the lead water is that if you bathe in it, though, anyway, analogy over.
Not so good to get lead water on skin.
You are the one who pulled the analogy, PK.
Oh, I know, it was on purpose. So, you have a bag.
Alright. I'm gonna turn the bag inside out.
Are you gonna do the little grabby grab?
Yeah.
Like you're picking up dog poop?
Pick it up like you're cleaning up after a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You do the little dog poo grab on the mask.
Yeah. Do I die?
Make a wisdom. No.
God.
You feel no effect. Except when your hand touches it through the bag, you are like, God damn it, this is home water.
It wants me.
It's
this mask desires me carnally.
I'm gonna text you some specific.
God.
I love the wording of this mask desires me carnally.
And it does. That's actually canon.
It's gotta go with
no,
that's now is the thing. Yeah.
Gods.
Alright, well, it's mine now.
Regardless if you wanted it or not.
It's mine. It's my responsibility.
That's yours now, smiley face.
Yeah? Smiley face?
Smiley face.
Smiley face.
Soot,
Alright.
for
It's
once,
fine, we'll find a volcano to throw it in.
Soot, for once, is very happy to have a magical item away from him.
Yeah. So, what happens now is, Aya, you are able to sort of gather people up from the corners of the camp. As you get over sort of to the sort of middle left here where I'm pinging, you see that your buddy's ring of dogs who had been following you had apparently in that time made their way around to this tent and had located a bunch of presumably their other guys. And because there is sort of excitement and laughter and bro hugging and bro kissing and, you know,
Nice.
just a lot of sort of thrilled celebration going on over in that side of the camp. And it seems like they are getting things explained to them separately by Ring of Dog independently. But the rest of the people...
So I think all Aya might do is just sort of catch the eye of one of the dogs who sort of knows what's going on and just mime that, just figure out how to convey through like gesture that the masked guy is fucking dead. Actually, maybe not dead. Some kind of dealt with.
You make eye contact with Corinne, who gives you just double thumbs up over the shoulder of the person they were hugging. And then goes back into bro kissing.
I'm just imagining a furious makeout session with all of them.
Yeah.
You gotta kiss the homies.
literally so important to kiss the homies. Yeah.
So, okay, ring of dogs are handled then, so I will collect the others and possibly keep a little bit of an eye on any of the sort of other very clearly bandits who were, because the ring of dogs are slightly charmingly inept.
God.
Imagine ineptitude.
Couldn't be our dogs.
Ugh.
So you gather a bunch of people, and as you are sort of working your way around to the tents, all of them are eager for answers. All of them seem varying degrees of confused. And a lot of them, you saw the Ring of Dogs, you saw gold trollers, presumably gold trollers, thievy-looking types. And you see a few more, like, mercenary, adventurer, something. But on the whole, this mostly seems like merchants, travelers, for personal business, just people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a bunch of little dudes, or move all the little dudes to the center. But imagine, a good, 40 guys. But when I say guys, I mean individuals of varying ages, genders, and professions.
Guys, gender neutral.
A lot of guys.
Yeah. For personal curiosity, what's the age range tend to look like? I wouldn't necessarily note this, but I want to.
Yeah, so you'd seen the 14-year-old-ish, you presumed around 14, earlier. You also note there is one what looks like a family with, two adults and a toddler who is very much still on dad's hip, and a older child, maybe 8, and they had sort of been off in their own little tent situation. But those are the youngest ones, the toddler, the 8-year-old, and the 14-year-old. And then it goes up to, a respectable, middle-aged merchant type, probably a few years out of deciding he's retired.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So pretty broad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I will either grab, honestly, Victor and Fern seem like the ones who know sort of what's most going on.
Victor is not here.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
I was...
Mm-hmm.
So I guess compiling with sort of what Skylar, Cal, and Fern, and I and Ada can fill in details as they sort of know.
Okay.
I guess Cal would also be sort of helping fill in details.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I feel like someone needs to mitigate Skylar, because Skylar is, not the most reassuring person, and neither is Cal.
Correct.
So possibly might want to be like Fern and Ada for perspective, and then everyone else filling in details. But I don't know if Ada is that willing to be front and center to that conversation.
Ada is paying more attention.
He reads like he's got some social anxiety.
Ada
What was that?
is fully paying more attention to Soot than anything else right now.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
but
No.
okay.
We got
So-
Miss Ada's side, so we can convey kind of the
Mhm.
vibes from Ada.
So, are you fully what parts of this are you explaining?
Well, we need to at least explain that the man in the mask was using magic to entrance people. Probably explaining where we are, and
Okay.
sort of therefore how close to the town we are.
I will say that initially, when you mention the man in the mask, people don't quite seem to get it. But if you say Kairos instead, they
Yeah, Kairos
understand.
will give the description of what he looked like when it didn't seem like he was wearing the mask.
And they all seem to agree with that description as well, for your own information about how the mask works. Yeah, make a couple, I'll have Skylar make a diplomacy check, and I'll have Aya make a diplomacy check. Aya add a +2 to that on top of whatever you get.
Hey! Okay! 19 on the dice for 23.
Let's go. Alright. Between the two of you, between Skylar and Aya, and whoever else wants to sort of chime in and fill in supplementary details, you manage to present a pretty, not satisfying, but explanatory picture of what has been happening here to all of these people who have been affected. And they look, some of them look scared, some of them look angered by it, a lot of them look angered by it, a lot of them seem to be searching for others they recognize within the crowd. Overall, it's a bit of a hectic thing to manage, these 40-some people, and who all are very confused. But after you've explained the situation, some...
Not you, sorry.
After you've explained the situation, some sort of more confident figures, you suppose, within the groups, people who had sort of been the heads of their own little individual traveling groups, maybe, they sort of start to manage and wrangle their own company of people and start trying to take stock of their own situation, some of them going back to their personal camps, others not. Just dealing with it collectively, but everybody sort of starting to try and handle themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, because I don't feel like elaborately role-playing 40-plus people. I will say...
Aya is going to ask the people who've been in this camp if there was any way that Kairos was having them keep personal effects in similar.
And anybody you ask would tell you, oh, they were... we had our stuff with us. In our tents. For the most part, I mean, anything that I remembered needing, I had.
The little head bob and thank you, and ask if someone knew what tent Ada had been in.
And that is something Adder probably could have told you himself, given that
Okay.
he was in one of these sort of 5 central tents. He was over in this one,
Okay.
the lighter one.
I mean, she's not gonna rummage through his shit, because that's like, if anyone's gonna rummage through that tent, it'll be Soot. Because that's his childhood friend plus. Yes, I know that was one of the stupidest ways I could have put that, but I stand by it.
It's the correct way to put it. Yeah. So, people are sort of scattered throughout the camp, making game plans of sorts. Ring of Dogs has coalesced, as has the group of gold trawlers. They're all sort of in their own area over to the side there. Ring of Dogs and gold trawlers alike.
Yeah.
Going through, because I'm just going to assume that you do this and you have time, and you guys all have stupid modifiers to your perception anyway. Going through the tent that was indicated, like, going through another of the sort of tents off the main fireplace, which, though people had been in them, mostly seemed to be for general storage and not, like, people live in these. Like, people who you saw coming out of them seemed to sort of just be getting shit.
Yeah.
Going through those, you do find amongst various I'm trying to think of the right word. They're not, like, just crates. They're better boxes.
Okay.
There's a word it's a very basic word. They're, like, nice, like they open their boxes.
Chests?
Yes, just like Minecraft.
Minecraft!
In various chests, you find quite a hefty sum of gold between the two of them. And when I say gold, I mean a quantity of coin in various increments. However, I'm just gonna say gold because that makes sense to me. You find a total in gold and platinum primarily of about 6,000 gold. And this is stuff that doesn't look like it was necessarily, like, these are not like merchant lockboxes that were stolen and repositioned. These are chests that are organized and labeled and, like, clearly used for the purpose of storing money and intended to be used for this. And organized, and they're all of the same make. So it's like somebody had a set of these chests. Not like they're just randomly one box of money here, one box of money there, you know?
Yeah.
But 6,000 gold from the chests.
Okay. Well, that does answer what was possibly going to be my other point. And that if it seemed like it was, I was going to be inclined to give at least some of the gold to each of the groups heading out so that they could have an easier time of it, especially if it was pretty evidently stolen. Well, okay. If it was easy to tell what it had been stolen from, I think is how I want to put that, because it's definitely stolen. Like, or at the very least, it is magical coercion money. It is
Magical coercion money.
If these people had been in their right minds, they would not have given this money to this man.
But yeah, that is what you all managed to find sort of collectively. Is anybody else doing anything specific at this moment?
I'm having a moment in the woods.
You are. I wanted to check in. And you doing okay there, Victor? Having a moment?
He's having a moment.
Having a moment.
Yeah.
Alright. Just wanted to see if there were any updates to share with the class.
She has, carved... How many knives does she have? All 5 of her blades into a tree.
Talk about the environment, Victor.
Yeah, stopped to catch her breath, and then turned and vomited into a bush. And that's where she's at.
Nice. So she and Soot are doing really well, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Right. Anybody else got fun activities?
I guess I'll go back out of the tent with my newly acquired friend.
Your buddy?
Yeah, my buddy and pal in the bag. So... this... Teenager,
as people had been gathered for Aya and Skylar to sort of explain the situation to them, Teenager had been looking through the crowd, seemingly to look for somebody she knows. Teenager has not yet seemed to find anybody she knows.
Okay. What's your name?
Francesca.
Nice to meet you, Francesca. I'm Fern.
It's nice to meet you, Fern. I don't know where my parents are.
Okay. I mean, you know what I mean. Look, you'll be okay. You can stick with me if you'd like for a bit until we find them or find somebody else who knows you.
Okay.
Since there's a lot of people sort of scattered about, but we'll find you someone, don't worry.
Okay. She is clinging to your sleeve.
Awesome. Okay.
Sorry about your GM-imposed fatherhood.
When people see us and they're like, we have to get this guy some kids, right now, immediately.
It's fucking John Mulaney meme. This is an on-fire garbage can. Could be a nursery, but this is any one of Nocturne's characters. could be a father.
This is people seeing us in real life. We have the amount of the amount of IRL friends that we had in high school who actively called us dad was more than one.
Oh, same. The mood.
When you are 2 years older than all of the other and you're the only out queer person in your high school who's older than you're 16 and you're the oldest out queer person in your high school, and they attach to you, the younger ones. They just attach to you.
No, yeah. No, I know.
They see that we were transgender, and all of the little ones were you, except some of them turned into really annoying twinks. So I don't know how good of a parenting we did.
Mine was fun.
You got a flock of ducklings, and some of the ducklings were derogatory.
Yeah.
Mine was fun because in the middle of senior year, everyone had to switch from calling me mom to parent.
God.
Nice.
So that
As
happened.
you do.
Anyway.
Yes. So, fatherhood
Assigned
interlude
parent.
aside. You guys tell me what you would like to do while I type a couple things to Soot real quick.
To finish Victor's moment in the woods, she just kind of ends up with her back against a tree for a moment, kind of thumbs on either side of her temples, and just, alright, girl, come on, this is what you're doing, this is what you were here to do. Just fucking pull it together. You've got this. You've got this. And after a second, stands up, a little shaky, pulls all of her knives out of the tree, and the couple, the half a minute it takes for her to get back inside of the camp is her recompose.
All right. Are you still wearing your purple face?
Yes.
All right. You and your sort of merchanty guys fit right in. With all the other kind of merchanty types.
She is then going to make her way towards, wherever Soot is. And
Soot
just...
still in the tent, or did he move?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. What I said is, I assume both Sid and Adder left the tent because the smell of vomit and blood together probably doesn't smell very good. Probably make them sick.
They can be Jake chilling somewhere out of the tent.
Yeah, he's probably washing his mouth out with a water skin. Maybe eating a cracker, cause Jesus.
He's just gonna... Victor in her, Jessamine face is just gonna sort of appear out of the crowd, and just sort of end up sitting on the ground next to you, on the opposite side of wherever Adder is.
Soot would offer his water skin if you need it.
She accepts it.
Do I notice anything weird with her?
Takes a swig and spits a little bit on the ground before she takes a full drink. Make a sense motive.
That was bad.
Yeah, go ahead, make a sense motive.
That was a 5.
Well, thank God. Yeah, thank God for her fucking bluff modifier.
I think their bluffs are the same, which is great. Feel a little bit better?
Yeah, sorry for stepping out for a second.
Oh. Not too much trouble. Just kind of figured out what the hell was going on with that mask. Body crumpled. And Soot will kind of very briefly describe what happened. Not enough to make anybody sick, because, like, that did make Soot feel a little ill. But just a rundown of what happened and what, at least, where the mask is in Fern's possession and stuff, so.
Also, when Soot describes that, do I know anything?
Of how the mask go? Or how the body go,
like when when the body stopped. Is that a thing that Fern's heard of?
I'll text you what you know about that.
When body disintegrated.
Okay. It just kind of stopped being there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah. Victor listens, nods a couple of times. Her eyes are sort of watching over, like, the camp, trying to get, like, a lay of what the fuck is happening. Clearly, like, identifies the location of every party member real fast. And then just, well, don't fucking put your bare hands on it.
Of course not. I think we're all too smart to do that. Hopefully. So it's kind of like in his hands, since he wanted something to do with his hands aside. Maybe he's holding one of Adder's hands. The other one, he is just, like, holding those potion bottles and kind of, like, jostling them around a little bit. Fidget toy time.
Where the hell did you get those?
Soot points to the tent. The other one had it.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna see what's at least in here before any of us go trying to drink it. Looks like they're both different, though. Might be useful.
Yeah. Still, identify them first.
That was the plan. He kind of just stops a little bit from the potion thing and kind of like gives Victor a searching look a little bit.
Joe-o?
Joe-o.
Just dead.
Oh no, Yote from Discord.
She is as closed off as usual.
Yeah. He'll just kind of... Seeing that he's not gonna get anything out of just fucking staring at her, obviously. That's never worked. He's just going to be like, did you have something you wanted to say? Or do you just need a moment?
I figure that if there's nothing else for me to be doing right now, might as well have a seat.
Alright. So it's like, he's not necessarily judging, but also he's like, But yeah, he's just gonna take a moment.
Can I roll a vibe on Soot?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a vibe on Soot.
That is going to be a 14.
Should I roll something for that, or?
Is Soot trying to conceal his vibe at all?
You know, I don't necessarily think so. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty
Okay.
plain that what
Yeah.
you would get with that. Since you guys have not had much interaction with each other, and when you have, it hasn't been the best. It's been a little abrasive, so he looks like he's not necessarily being defensive, but he's wary that, like, he's trying his best to be on his best behavior and not make you angry or anything like that, but he's kind of wary that something's gonna start. But he looks like he's a little optimistic about it, at least. Trying to get a read, but is probably not doing well about it. Because he still looks a little bit pale. He was probably sick, like you were.
Alright, cool. She just kind of... You get your water skin back, and she ends up pulling, like, dried fucking jerky or whatever the fuck out of her own bag. And just fucking watching the crowd.
Alright. So lean just a little bit into Adder, and probably does a little bit of watching of his own, though he's not necessarily that into it.
Adder leans against you as well, and he has his cane planted into the ground next to him with his other hand.
At some point, Victor does glance over at the two of you, and you just see her, like, look at how you're set up, and then just, like, there's a little roll of her eyes. She goes back to the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, what you gonna do about it, girl?
All right. You guys are chilling and people watching as, I'm gonna say, Skylar and Cal, for the sake of things, and grouping all current NPCs together, are helping the people around the camp sort out their shit, figure out their plan. You all are getting the vibe that there is going to be a sort of two sets of caravans. One that is going to be taking the road south a little ways before heading directly west towards a larger city. Is that west? Yes, I'm so good at directions. Towards a larger city that way, and others who are heading south and continuing to follow the road down back towards Camlin by way of Peckney, because that seems to be sort of the collective destinations, and even those who had been at one point traveling to reach smaller cities north have decided maybe it's better to go to a center of some civilization in order to try and figure out what exactly has been happening with their lives since they've been removed from them.
Since you've been gone!
I was trying to avoid saying that, but here we are.
I got you.
The city to the west is called Bluecroft. And everybody else is going back to Camlin, but it just sort of seems to be a pretty even split. Except for, I will note, Ring of Dogs and Gold Trollers appear to have bonded splendidly through their trauma somehow. And Ring of Dogs are, anytime you guys sort of check in with them, it seems like Ring of Dogs are eagerly explaining to the Gold Trollers the strat, which you soon surmise is that they are intending to head west and then south a little ways, but mostly just directly west, bypassing Whitcroft, and heading to the western edge of the country to Illigad, which is the
Nice.
place Victor had mentioned as having good welfare.
Nice. Yay!
Taylor, would you like me to play out there? Oh, absolutely. Okay. Just wanted to check. Okay. But yeah, so that seems to be what's going on in that little corner of the encampment, as it were.
Well, we should probably discuss what we all want to do. We should probably head back toward Petney.
Payday's going out the window, so...
I mean, do we still have the ones that were tied up in the cart? Where are those poor little trawlers?
I'd assumed that you'd let the gold trawlers join up with the other gold trawlers, but maybe you do.
We could just grab
we
those.
Have a payday of 6,000 gold.
Yeah, I don't think we need that one.
Victor doesn't know that.
Soot would
Yeah,
know
we don't.
that, however, so...
Yeah, so we'll mention that that was something that Aya found. As long as Aya didn't give all the gold away.
No, she wouldn't have. She would have.
If that's the case, then...
That measly reward of, like, what was it, 300 gold? Doesn't necessarily... That's not necessarily measly, Jesus. But it's definitely better to take 6,000 over 300.
Nods very much, and just like, yeah, 6,000 is a bigger number than 300, congratulations.
Oh. You're a mathematician. Maybe that should be your hobby.
So it's gonna kind of... It's not like a... He's not aiming to hurt, but he is going to jab her a little bit with the end of his staff.
Yeah, crucially, that was less, like, actual venom in it.
Mm-hmm.
And more just like, you know she snarks.
Yeah. That's why
Adder's comment was also not meant to be taken in ill faith, I will say.
Yeah.
Less hostile vibes now.
Mm-hmm.
They've calmed down.
They found someone that they actually needed to vent the hostility at.
They just needed to throw up a little, and then it was fine. Get the poison out.
All of the
I mean, I was saying that they needed to stab Finn Kairos, but sure.
All of the hostility was just like bundled up in their stomach there, and just like needed to like...
The humors, they needed to be expressed.
You did need to balance those humors.
Sorry, a lot of people will not understand that, but...
Oh boy, I do. I know a lot about the humors.
Yeah. Thank you, Sawbones, for teaching me medical history. Anyways.
But yeah, so in that case, I am not as upset.
Quite honestly, didn't go into this looking for money necessarily, so the fact that we get this much already is...
I mean, no, obviously not, but I was, counting on a bit of income.
Right.
So to know it's not all gone is nice.
Plus, we put a lot on the line for all of this anyways. I think it's rightly deserved.
I do notice the one thing we don't have is answers.
Yeah, no, I think the two people that may have had it are both, dead.
Yeah, I don't think we were getting them anyway.
No, I think the moment that masked person was gone, it all went out the window.
Nah, he was never going to talk anyway.
Obviously not, but... No, there could have been a hope, but a very small one.
Techne to check in with Navi or her stand-in, maybe?
Yeah.
We have one favor completed, after all.
Right. And we can... So it'll kind of like look over to where Adder is next to him and just be like, we can bring you with if you want to. I don't know if she'll be there, but she did want to at least know what was up with you.
Seems like... I mean, fuckfoot, where else am I gonna go?
I don't know, you've left me before.
I'm pretty sure we established I wasn't doing that anymore.
Victor rolls her eyes again.
All this to say, I probably should check in with Navi.
Aye. Though she did say, there's going to be somebody replacing her for a little while. She's going to be leaving. Oh, she's probably gone now. She said about a week. She was going to be staying and then...
Still probably counts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure she said that it was a holdover, but apparently the person that's going to be there is kind of a... What would you say? Abrasive sort, right? Yeah. Abrasive sort. A bitch.
Oh.
Don't really remember the name off the top of my head.
Lady something or other, doesn't matter, I can always out-bitch her.
I don't...
You know what? I believe in that, and that's a compliment.
Yep. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure she deserves it.
And she sounds like nobility after all, so...
Oh, those don't do well with us.
Oh. Clearly not.
There's a tight line on Sid's lip at this point.
Victor looks at you, little bit of an eyebrow quirk, but doesn't press.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Navi's not there then, and her replacement is ill-humoured enough, perhaps. Wait till she's back.
Or at least get a message passed along.
Don't be smart.
Either one works. Either way, we should probably get the rest of the group set up. What type of day is it? Is it later in the day now? Or...
It's getting towards evening now by the time it took to explain things, and it sounds to you like most groups are agreeing to set out in the morning.
Well, we'll probably leave in the morning with the rest of the groups then. We should probably start setting up tents and getting some rest. Skylar looks real fucked up.
How do they?
I think they got the most of the...
Yeah, they got hit pretty bad right at the start.
Told you Finn's blade is nasty.
Well, it's ours now.
To be fair, I suppose I don't know if it's the blade that's the nasty one or the person wielding it. Probably a fair mixture of both.
Yeah. Just glad they're both gone, at least for now.
I don't think Finn's coming back from that.
So just... There's like a moment where like Sid's like, yeah, obviously not, and then he just starts like chuckling about it a little bit. Heard a lot of stories about What about that?
I was gonna say Adder looks a little bit self-satisfied.
I don't know, there's a lot of stories about vengeful ghosts and shit, but I really hope it's not a thing that happens for us. You and Cal really fucked that guy up.
And if he does come back as a ghost, I'll just do the same fucking thing again to him. Get fucked.
That's not how ghosts work.
Could you do that to a ghost?
You can't stab a ghost.
I guess I could.
I could try and help you step a ghost. Maybe there's something I can do for weapons when I'm strong enough.
Now, you know what? I'm determined to stab a ghost. Plain old sword and all.
You let me know how that goes.
I will, and I'll be very satisfied when I'm correct and you're wrong.
Yeah, okay, and, pigs will fly.
Well, you never know about that one either.
Yeah, there's always evolution.
So it kind of jumps a little bit. Forgot you were there for a moment.
And here
You
I was
do
thinking
know-
there's just...
You do know evolution is like thousands and thousands of years, right?
Yeah, but it's still possible.
None of
are
us are going to
science
see that.
nerds. There is well-proven
None of
magical
you will
spells and
see
objects you
it.
can apply to... Okay, now that's just
Thank you for lording over the long-lived of your race.
No. Not even elves live long enough to see that shit.
Are you sure?
Not to the extent that it would take for a pig with no pre-existent biological structures for flat to develop flat.
You get a very determined elf. You never know.
I'm sure there's weird shit in other
We
planes.
do weird shit.
I don't want to know about what weird shit you do.
PK, can I do something with Arcana to like figure out if it would be like it would be possible for somebody to breed something with like magical abilities to gain flight?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
What Fern is saying is
Yeah,
elves
that's
are weird
pretty
enough to
good.
dedicate their life to breeding
Yeah.
wings onto pigs.
Yeah. That's Arcana, right?
Has Victor ever met an elf?
Yes.
That's a 25.
They're weird.
Okay, and let me put it this way. You can do some fucked up shit to a pig.
You
And you will.
Fucked up shit with magic.
You can do some fucked up... It wouldn't be evolution in the classical sense. Well, it could be, but only if you do some really fucked up shit to the pig. But there are ways to get wings on a pig that could make it achieve flight.
Okay, maybe it wouldn't be evolution, but selective breeding, you could probably get some wings. Especially with magical additions. Like a lot of magical additions.
We were talking about natural evolution, alright? We weren't talking about no, like, elf shit. Points at Fern.
Well, elves like to do weird shit. I was just saying, you get a very dedicated elf, you can get wings on a pig in, on an evolution timescale.
God. I think I'm done talking to the both of you. I think I am no longer interested in having a conversation.
Alright.
Oh, come on, Victor.
Are you sure you don't want a drink then?
Looks at the cider. She is grabbing the cider from you.
Yeah.
Could just cast fly on a pig. Could do that.
Magical.
That's the thing.
That would be
Assisted
weird.
magical
It would be less
evolution.
fun.
You all knew what I was saying. Okay? Pigs notwithstanding. And she is downing the cider.
It's very sweet. but it tastes good.
Joe, I feel like these are two very different things.
They all both fucked up magical effects is the thing.
If we think about it this way, Aya used to have wings and now doesn't anymore, so the reverse must also be possible to apply to pigs.
Here's the thing, Fern is talking about like a pig wing breeding project.
Here's the thing, Victor is autistic.
Just like White
everyone in
Rising.
this conversation is autistic.
Yeah.
Everyone in this conversation is autistic. How else do you think we got stuck on the specifics of the metaphor?
Yeah.
It's either you're autistic or you're ADHD.
Is trying to explain how pigs can or cannot fly using a different, but crucially all still autistic understanding of the metaphor involved.
Yeah.
I just imagine people are walking by after like getting their shit set up and they're like, what the fuck are they doing? They're just, some of them are covered in blood and hello.
So we're sort of like taking over an area to do a campfire on the whole thing.
I think we could probably set up like in the middle somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
Aya is absolutely gonna steal a blanket from either one of the storage tents or... And is just gonna huddle near fire and vibe. Listening, but... Just vibing.
Yeah, you guys can
Fluff up the blanket like it is wrapping wings close.
Victor is getting over the top, like, fake argument angry about fucking pig breeding.
Yes! Soot's gonna wait, can Soot go and try and find some more liquor around the place? He wants more.
Yeah, I won't even make you roll for it. Fuck it. You guys get booze.
Yeah, so just like leaves Anna for a moment after like just giving him a like after you've been like getting a little more heated into the argument, Sits be like, puts a hand on, he's like, I'll be right back, I think we need more bottles. And he goes off to go get some more liquor and comes back with like an armful and like plops him on the ground.
I like to think that the argument, like, dies down a little bit, and then some motherfucker says something about okay, but this is all from the perspective of domesticated pigs. Have we considered the implications of wild hogs?
What about the feral hogs?
Exactly.
The 30 to 50 of them.
Yeah. You get enough of those in a herd, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna develop fucking wings someday. It's just how evolution goes. It's like with crabs.
I need a shotgun to shoot the 30 to 50 feral hogs descending from the sky upon my children.
Sorry, now I'm thinking...
Like hawks, they come down and pick them up.
Now I'm thinking about fucking Skylar's fucked up little energy drinks and like making that like Red Bull gives you wings.
You feed Skylar's energy drinks to a hog, you don't know what's gonna happen. They're gonna start growing wings.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts from laughing. Oh shit.
Victor is drinking heavily.
So it's taking it easy because Mans did throw up and that doesn't feel good. But he's having biz cider.
Victor is not getting trashed, but there is definitely like a little bit of like a dark blue flush to her face.
Yes.
By the time she's done.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think Ada really drinks that much, but if he wants some, Soot will offer.
Anna doesn't really drink. He'll have a sip of soot cider on occasion, but he will not. Thank you, Taylor, for the illustration.
But it's in a gay way, not in a I want the alcohol way.
That's true. It is in a homosexual
Indirect
way, not
kiss.
in a getting
There you
drunk
go.
way.
Oh, God. I love when we get fucking unhinged.
The unhinged is always here. It just gets smothered by roleplay at some points until the feral hogs show up and come and steal away our serious. Just you wait until Soot can summon swarms or something. I'll get you some fucking flying feral hogs.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
Oh my god.
So I take it that's the energy for the evening, as you all,
Yes. Soot gets buzzed, but he's not, like, fucking terrible. He just wanted to get some more alcohol to take with him for later.
I don't think Aya drinks, but crucially she does pick up on the vibes of the silly, goofy, indignant mood arguing.
Mm-hmm.
And mirrors the energy back.
Nice.
More emphasis on the silly, goofy, but... It sounds like at least someone's in silly, goofy mood.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little silly, for sure. Yeah. Have an evening.
Soot set up tent, Soot make bed for himself and Adder, and the cuddle time ensues for sleepness. Whenever we do that, that's
Gay.
yeah.
A little gay.
If it is questioned, he's just like, "You were gone for 2 years. Shut up."
There's absolutely no questioning to be done here.
Excellent.
Not matter.
Are we doing watches?
We can if we want to. I mean, it would probably be good
Aya
since...
will definitely take one just out of caution, if nothing else.
Victor would also want to take one.
Okay. You guys have enough people and enough people who aren't here. You guys can just decide how many groups, how many watches, who's grouped with who, if there are groups, whatever you want.
If need be, Soot can do a watch with somebody, but he's probably shouldn't lead it because his perception is bad.
Fern was gonna take the watch with Victor. Unless Victor looked real mad about that.
You get a bit of a side eye, but not like I'd absolutely not side eye, but like in a hello.
Fern doesn't have to sleep as much as the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Victor's more in the hello.
they're just not
Okay.
ready to sleep yet. It's fine.
Okay. Sure.
Who's going first?
Not it.
I mean, Aya isn't drinking at all, so she might take first as...
Yeah.
Alright, Aya is easily able to watch. Make a perception check just for the vibes.
Ooh, 26.
26. Okay. You guys, I'm loving the lotion action that's taking place over to my left here. I know.
What?
You're gonna have your lotion. Taylor's packing for her Nashville trip right now, and I'm watching her put lotion into a carry-on-sized container, and then
Oh my
vigorously
God.
tap
I can
it down.
hear it, yeah.
Vigorously.
You need the lotion. You need to be moisturized.
Gotta be moisturized. It's so true. So true. I don't know how you're gonna be able to flirt with the Cowboys if your skin is shitty, Taylor, but good thing you got that lotion.
I'm rooting for Taylor. God bless.
Ren says they're rooting for you. Ren says they're rooting for you. In terms of the Cowboys. If I don't come back with the Cowboys number, I'm not. Good to know. Oh, 26 on your perception check. Camp is a little, overall, the larger camp is a little, fidgety, I think is the best word to describe it, all night. But there are no main, or throughout your whole watch, but there are no major, disturbances.
Okay. What's the vibe of fidgety? Is it the expected of this is a lot of people who are somewhere that either they didn't want to be, or at least under circumstances that they definitely didn't want to be, and are just trying to process that as best they can?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I figured, but I just wanted to verify the vibes of the fidgety.
Next watch.
Victor Fern?
Victor
Alright.
and Fern.
Do you want to roll a perception, or I can roll a perception?
I don't know. What's your perception?
+7.
I have a +6.
I'll roll.
So. Alright.
That'll be a 16 total.
Alright. Similar vibes to what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Anything taking place on this watch between the two of you?
I mean, Fern's chilling.
Okay.
Watching.
Victor does not initiate, but, like, there's the air of, like, she's expecting you to say something.
No?
Expect
In a
harder.
world without Geneva, this counts as a war crime.
Yeah.
It's like psychological warfare. I don't know. First, like intentionally inflicting psychological warfare on Victor. They're
Well,
just
they are.
like they did something on impulse and are like, ah, fuck the consequences of my actions. Actually, what's can I vibe check? I need to vibe check. I don't have to vibe check, right? What, like, remind me of the colors Victor wears?
Black and gold.
Black and gold?
Mm-hmm.
You would
Okay.
know
Yeah, I would know. Because
religious implications of
I have-
Victor.
Yeah. I have eyes.
Advice. Good for you.
You also
Yeah.
have heard her pray to Callistria over
Yeah.
every single meal.
Yeah.
It has been an infernal, but
Oh, that's true. Callistria's name is not
yeah,
a difficult translation, though.
yeah.
Godly names rarely are.
I know what praying looks like. I'm not dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She has a Callistrian holy symbol that she uses during prayer.
All this to say, you know this bitch worshipped Callistria.
Yeah. I just Would it be bad?
Never.
I'm gonna tell you that Fern, through your knowledge of social situations and your knowledge of Victor, that sitting doing nothing in this watch is definitely gonna cause her more alarm
sorry.
than doing
It's-
nothing. Just
Yeah,
letting you
it's
know.
mostly like our brain is like it's like we're transcendent mental blankness of roleplay, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
Sorry about our typos, by the way. We just can't think of words.
It happens.
You're fine. You are inflicting psychological warfare on Victor right now.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be inflicting psychological warfare on Victor.
Answered your message.
Yes, okay. Fern is going to. I have those colors in my embroidery thread, right?
Me too.
Okay. We're gonna pull some of that out. Get our like friendship bracelet making sort of set up, and then be like, I've forgotten his name, the mask guy, did he get you while you were in the tent?
And Kairos was his name.
Aris.
No, he did not manage to do his little enchantment.
That's good. I can't imagine that it would be very fun. Soot did detect magic on it and threw up, which says a lot about the kind of magic that we're dealing with.
That would indeed.
What? We are free. Well, everyone is free from that now, so should be fine.
You're keeping it in that bag, yeah?
Yes. It's a strange thing. You know, the way his body just kind of apparently, disintegrated and stopped being there, which is not really something that, I know masks to do. But anything can happen, I guess. You know, magics can change over time. It's been a while since I've been there, so who knows how things could evolve.
I guess I just it's a little out of my realm of direct experience, I believe.
That's fair. Not many people really encounter strong enchantment magic in their lives.
Nah, I know enchantment magic. I mostly mean this specific the item
Friendliness.
and its apparent origins.
Yes, well, from an obscure place.
Do you mind if I ask where? Academic curiosity.
Fern smiles and tilts her head a little. And, like, stares off for a second, then says, "Of course not. It's a place is it how far, PK, would I be aware of that?
Quite far. It is at the far border of the country in that direction.
It's basically almost the opposite side of the country from here. City called Evenfall. But I mean, I say from there, and it's complicated, unfortunately. And I have not really been back in, oh god, over 150 years, probably longer.
I seem to be coming under the suspicion that most things with you are complicated, but
yes, it is. It is what happens when one comes from Evenfall. You get complicated.
Do I know anything about Evenfall, PK?
I think a knowledge history or a knowledge geography.
And I think you know from what angle, like I'm thinking.
Yes.
It's gonna be history.
Okay.
26.
26. Evenfall is a city to the far southeast corner of Kesslin. It is one of the few. It is in one of the few regions of the country that fall on the eastern side of the mountain range, the Dunstick Mountains. And you know it historically speaking. that a very long time ago, centuries, millennia, maybe, there were adventurers there who killed a god, according to legend. And there's a lot of hearsay about the nature of the forest around Evenful is not really always there. It's not known really to be a well-forested region. But it travels in the way that some forests do. Very quickly sometimes. That's what you... It's basically what you are remembering. The name Evenful comes to you out of, like, old storybooks, not even a proper histories, like folk tales.
Yeah. I think you just kind of get a little bit of a kind of a sound like a Well, damn. The place is real.
Yes. You know, a lot of legends are truer than people give them credit for.
There is just the hint of a wry smile on her face, like she knows something, like she's thinking about something. Oh, I know. It's just, sometimes the nugget of truth in them are a bit, unexpectedly different than what you assume.
Fern just hums a little.
Does the forest actually move?
Does it? PK?
I'm gonna send you a really funny thing that would probably be Fern's initial internal reaction.
Well, no, I don't think so. Can't move something that doesn't exist.
Like I said, sometimes the nugget of truth is different than what you expect. Though maybe I'm a bit biased.
That's alright, we all have biases.
Well, back on. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say something out of character, so go ahead.
She was just gonna. Well, back to the original topic at hand. I would rather see that particular piece of accessory wear destroyed or put away somewhere where it can't be touched.
I think where it can't be touched is a better option. Some things don't like to be destroyed, and I'd like to not find out if this is one of them.
She nods as if she knows this.
I'm not wrong in making this assumption, PK, right?
You are correct in making this assumption.
And
Yeah, generally most things don't like being destroyed. I understand what you meant.
More
though.
trouble than it's worth.
and I am correct in
sometimes
assuming
they...
I think I am also correct in assuming that Victor is aware of this, TM.
Oh, yes.
Or it's more thinking about, like, sometimes when you destroy things, they, like, bite you about it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you get cursed about it, and it's just not fun.
Victor is thinking the exact same fucking shit.
That's... Victor tried to destroy a mask a long time ago, and that's where her curse comes from.
Curses, am I right?
Oh no,
This
the
is my new...
Victor lore, you got it. You
This is my new crack theory.
That's just what happened, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, that's the story.
Victor does just kind of nod again, like she knows what you're fucking talking about. So hidden away then.
I think that may be the best option. Or in the hands of someone who has no risks.
I would be real careful about handing that thing off.
Oh, I would too. I don't know of any. Well, I guess I'm thinking in the context of me, as one of you may end up, in a place where you'll always be able to check if it's there, but I wander, and that is not a great option for me.
I think that could probably eventually be arranged. But for now, keep it in that bag.
Yes. And I will keep it on, mostly, as much as I can on my person. Or somewhere where, it's not out, obviously, but I'm not just going to leave it places.
Would you rather someone else had it?
I think it... You're not going to like the thing that I'm going to say, but I think it likes me, and I don't know if I get really superstitious about enchantment magic, and it it does not make me want to put it on at all, but it does remind me of something. I don't know. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining my thoughts, actually.
He looks at wherever the bag is. No, there are objects like that. You just gotta be real careful around them.
I mean, I'm friendly enough. I don't need anything helping me with that. It's enough trouble by itself.
I wasn't implying that you'd want it. I'm saying.
I know. I'm being clarifying and poking at myself.
Sort of inclines her head a little bit. Fair enough. You have to understand most of my direct experiences with things from the fair folk.
I'm very familiar with them. They like me a lot. Too much, really.
She winces a little bit. You know, I don't disbelieve you.
They also like you, or is that just the way things have shaken out?
I've not yet had the honor of meeting them directly, but from where I'm from, you can feel them everywhere.
Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Stretches her head on her neck. West.
And do I know what's west? That has to do with Fairfolk?
Between her saying west and the conversation with Ring of Dogs where Victor by name mentioned Illigad County, which is the county of Kesslin that borders the Gravenwood, you do know what is west. The Gravenwood is, well, it sure is a forest that
There's a forest that likes me.
sure has some folk in it.
They're very friendly.
Oh, good God, yes. But yes, you know what's west.
Alright. Fern just nods. When do I finish my bracelet?
You've been talking for long enough and you're a quick enough worker that make me a crafting check to see how it turns out. But you can easily
Please, for
get
the
her done.
love of God. Are you fucking with me? I rolled a 2. Are you fucking with me?
Bruh.
Okay, well, I did that's a 3. I did really bad. That's really embarrassing.
I will say that what happens rather than you finishing it this evening is that you get frustrated midway through and you undo it, and you won't have it finished tonight, but I'll let you roll another crafting check later.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, like, it's 2 colors. I'll do a complicated pattern, and then, of course, I fuck up the complicated pattern, and I don't notice until I'm 5 lines down. It's like, oh my God, I gotta fucking do it again.
Oh, no, yep. Camp mood.
Yeah.
True.
So, it's not done. you have to do it again, but you'll probably get it right next time.
That's fine. That's fine. I was like, can this be symbolic and a good roll? And then the dice were like, fuck your roleplay, actually.
It's symbolic though, because there needs to be more work. Because oh my god,
Yeah.
I know things you
Oh
don't.
my
I
God.
know things you don't know.
Yeah.
Victor just goes, "I'd be more specific, but there is no more specific place to be given."
That's fair. That's fair. You know, just the area. I understand.
Right. Don't want to truncate your conversation.
It is late. I know.
Yeah, and Victor doesn't really have anything else to say.
Yeah, neither does Fern.
Alright. You guys wrap up your conversation. The last watch is taken by Skylar and Cal, and they do fine and nothing happens. And everybody gets some much needed rest.
Sniz.
What now?
I said sniz.
Yes. Everybody gets some much needed rest, and that's when we're gonna call session proper.
Alright.
And it is also the point where you guys will be leveling up.
Yay!
Yeah.
Level 3! Level 3!
And as we previously discussed at some point last week, I want to give you guys the option to level up twice at this juncture to cope with some of the, low-level blues.
Mm-hmm.
I would
So,
love that.
Same.
If everybody here is in agreement,
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know if you actually did it in-game, maybe do like an at everybody in general, just to make sure. I think Fire wasn't in with the conversation, and same with Jamie, because I know a lot of us talked about it together, though, in a VC.
I will, yes, I've talked with people.
Sorry, I don't mean to seem like I'm trying to tell you what to do, but...
No, you're good. I should do it now, everyone.
Okay. Oh, I should stop
But at
recording.
least level 3.
Yeah, level 3, guys!